Hello guys, so now we are going to use OpenAI embedding. So we already learned what is embedding, okay? And if you want to use OpenAI embedding, then you need to create OpenAI API keys, okay? So here you can create OpenAI API keys. You need to search open API key. Okay, you need to download here. I sorry, you need to log in. Okay, and you can create a secret from here. Here you can give any name like I'm putting here test. Here you can give project permission all restricted and read only. Here you can create. So this is your OpenAI key, and you can store it in your UNV file. Okay, but it is paid. It is not available free. So you can see here details. Okay, so here total spends. No, currently I don't have any API credential. I haven't paid for it. Uh, but before I have access of this. Okay, so these are the dashboard. Okay, you can check here API key, and this is the logs. Okay, model data, metadata, tools, and prompt. And this is the storage. Okay, and here, okay, so OpenAI AI embedding. So we are going to use LangChain to create OpenAI embedding. So this is also refer the API reference. Okay, this one. This is the documentation OpenAI embedding. So you can use like this class embedding underscore OpenAI dot embedding base OpenAI embedding. Okay, so you need to have OpenAI keys. Okay, then you put here. Okay, like and this is the OpenAI embeddings, and inside the we have documents. Okay, and this is the models. So here you can see embed equals to OpenAI embeddings. Okay, in Hugging Face we use embed equals to Hugging Face embedding, and Olama we use Olama embeddings. Okay, and this is the model, and this is the with the text embedding class of the model. You can specify the size of the embedding you want to return the dimension. Okay, here you can give a meaning. Sorry, input text. The meaning of life is 42, and now you need to read vector. So embedding dot embed query hello, and print vector 0 to 3. So this is the vector. Okay. Now they are created embedding of embed document. So here you can see embed and hello and goodbye. Embed multiple text. Okay, if you have multiple text, then you are using like this. Okay, so we can see length. So this one we have length 2 and print vector from 0 to 3. Okay, so this is the embedding from OpenAI API. So here we can see embedding by using OpenAI API. Okay, so here we have, I mean, we need to put credential or API. Okay, so this is a code for load the env file. Okay, in env file we have this variable, and inside this we have a open AI API underscore key equals to our API keys, okay, which I have created from OpenAI documents. Okay, I have already shown you here. Mm, this one. Okay, you need to keep this API inside this. I mean, in .env file. This one. Okay. So from LangChain OpenAI import OpenAI embedding. Okay. So here uh, I was import OpenAI embedding, and embedding equals to OpenAI embedding and model. So this is our model. I'm going to use text embedding and hyphen 3 and large, and here you can see this one. Similar this one. Okay, so this is the documentation from LangChain OpenAI import OpenAI embedding. So this is the embed equals to, this is the variable. Here I am using OpenAI embedding, and this is the model. Okay, and here we are closing the model. So this is the same query. They use different model. I'm using this one. Okay, so we have different model. They use text embedding hyphen 3 large. Okay, so text embedding hyphen 3 large, I also use this. Okay, and this is the embedding. You can also use other one, and this is the query text, and this is the query result and result. So here you can see this is the input query. Okay, here vector equals to this is the variable, and embedding dot embed query. Okay, so hello, this is the query, embed query. So print vector 0 to 3. That's why it give result in a 0 3. And in our case here this is our query, and this is our result, embed text in a, or this is our query result. I mean, we have created embedding like this. This is the embedding, and this is the query. Okay, and length of this 3072. Okay, so here I'm going to use another embedding 1024 OpenAI embedding model in text embedding 3 large, and dimension 1024. Okay, so this is the dimension, and here we are going to create another query. This is tutorial for OpenAI embedding, and result equals to embedding 1024, and embed query text. Then we are going to check its result 1024, and query result this one. Or you can use like if you have any documents, so you can also create it embedding also. So here I'm going to use text loader from LangChain. Okay, so here we loader equals to text loader speech dot text. Okay, doc equals to loader dot load, and here this is the document, and this is here our document has been loaded, and from this document, from LangChain text splitter import recursive character text splitter. Okay, so we need to split the document from the I mean split the documents by using recursive character text splitter. Then I pass here chunk size equals to 500, and chunk overlay is equals to 50. Okay, so here this is the different document we have created by using chunk size and chunk overlapping. Okay, so final document equals to text splitter dot split. Here we have passed document, so final document is this. Okay, I have already teach you what is chunk size and chunk overlapping. We need to split if you have long, I mean if you have large text. Okay, or if you have too large sentence, then you need to create in a some amount of piece, like it in 500 200. Okay, and like if you have 500 in line, if you have 500 this one. Okay, oh okay, this one, like if you have chunk size this one. Okay, and what is the chunk overlapping? if you took uh, like in another line you need to take sentence from middle of the line or half of the line, 10% of the chunk size. It's called a chunk overlap, and start from another line, and you need to take this much of text from previous line, okay, and use in a new line, then it called a chunk overlapping. Okay, I mean it's overlap. uh, okay, so here I can also show you chunk size and chunk overlapping. Okay, so chunk size determine how much text is in each segment. Okay, and while chunk overlap is the amount of the shared text between consecutive chunks to maintain the consecutive and prevent information loss. Okay, here you can see. What is chunk size? The chunk size refers the maximum number of the character or tokens allowed in a single chunks. Okay. For example, if your chunk size is 300 and each chunk will have up to 300 character. Okay. Here you can see full context in PDF, and you need to create its chunk, and chunk divided it into a context number 1, context number 3, and context number 3. Okay. So uh, it will overlap like this: content 1 overlap from here, and content 2 overlap from here. So what is chunk overlapping? So chunk overlap refer to the number of the character or tokens here between the consecutive chunks. Overlapping ensure the important context is not lost when dividing a chunk into a smaller part. Chunking is a process of breaking a large piece of the text into a okay, smaller manageable piece to make it easier to process and analyze. Okay, so here this is with a chunk size of 40 and an overlap of 10. Okay, so here you can see chunk is the process of breaking up. Then you need to take this text from this line, this one you need to take this one and use here in second line, breaking a large piece of the text into a, then you need to took this and start from here, text into a manageable piece, and here this is also chunk overlapping. So this is the process of chunk overlapping and chunking. So here breaking it's a part of both chunk and chunk to ensure that no context is lost between chunks. Okay, so I think you got it, what is chunk and chunk overlapping. Okay, so we need to split our text into a different chunks. Okay, so our final document, this one. Now here after that I'm going to use ChromaDB. So ChromaDB are used for store a vector database, store a vectors. So ChromaDB is a vector database. Okay, so db equals to chroma uh, from underscore document. So here final documents and embedding 1024. Okay, so here I'm going to pass documents, and there is the embedding. Okay, now I'm going to check db. So this is our db. So here this is the query. It will allow easier for us to contact ourselves as a, okay, so this is our query. Okay, so now query retrieve from vector database by using similarity search. Okay, so it will match the query from the uh, query, it will match the query from vector database. Okay, then print and print retrieval result. Okay, here this is the retrieval result. So guys, this is a OpenAI embedding. Okay, uh, this one. If you have any doubts, please do comment. Okay, bye bye. See you in next video.